Hello everyone, Charles Hiley here. So we are going to make up a budget spreadsheet of an event of any kind. We can pick one, pick a name, whatever. Okay, so that's the first thing we're going to do. We're going to pick the name of the event. Click on that section. We go right up here, this top column, because that is going to change it. The event name is changing to simple annual meeting. Now, it doesn't need to be anything complex, nothing like that. Simple as that. Click out of there, and voila, it has changed to an annual meeting. And it is event budget for event name expenses. Well, we renamed the event to annual meeting, so we just need to go here and we just take it out. Basic little, whoop, sorry, annual meeting. Simple as that. Hit here, it's changed, perfect. Now we go down here on the sides and we start looking, and so we have our things. We have our different column sections all broken down together, and we already have the first prices of the actual events there, and so we've got an estimated and an actual. So we are a corporation that is very in depth. We have over here on the side, it's showing us an actual cost breakdown, and we have down here a very empty graph. So as we go along, the information will input itself into the graph. All we have to do is input the information ourselves. So we go down here and start saying room and hall fees, estimated around 500. Site staff, so how much those people is it going to cost us there with those people? We'll say, oh, their paychecks and all of that stuff is probably going to cost 300. Equipment's expensive, so we'll say it's going to cost 600. And as we notice, because it is set to this style here, it's going to repeat itself as I input the new numbers in the columns. So I don't have to put the decimal 00, nor do I need to put the dollar signs. In fact, I may even be able to just get away with, oh, tables and chairs, and we're going to estimate 4. See what we get? We get $4. So, well, that's a terrible estimation. So, we'll change that. So we click the column, hit backspace, we get rid of it. We're going to go 400 or 400. Okay, that makes a little bit more sense. So, those are our estimated prices. Now we look over here and we see that, oh, well, the first price we estimated too high. So, well, we still have to input for our actual prices. Now, let's say our actual prices all came out to 300. Now, of course, we are just throwing in numbers here at this point. We're not actually trying to be very mathematical with it. We're just trying to set up and do our graphs. And as I did, I used the fill icon with the 300 to go all the way down. So, now, next we come to our total column. So we want to do our estimated total first. And instead of adding up the numbers myself and trying to do the totals, I will simply use the equal sign, the sum, add the parentheses, and I will go, okay, I'm column C, and I want 6, so I want C6 to C9, so I will do C9, close my parentheses, and I will enter, and there it has my total. I will do the same thing over here with the next column. So it is now D6 to D9, enter 1200, and now I start getting my pie graph on the side to show up, and I come down here and I start having my graphs popping in. Now if I were to click my graphs, I could then go up here to my design. I could start changing the design to my graph if I so choose to. I can change the colors, I can change the scheme, the layout, different things. For now, I want to leave it with the blue and the red, so that way we just get kind of the color differentiation with each different column's category. Up here on the pie graph, because I don't have anything else in, it's just one big red 100% pie graph, because it is simply showing us our actual cost breakdown, while this is showing us estimated versus actual. So we come over here. Now we're going to speed things up a little bit. We're going to just estimate everything at 200, and we're actually going to get everything at, well, actually, we'll do a little bit of a change here. We're going to get two things at 500, a third thing at 300, and the last three will be at 300. So we're going to go back in again. We're going to use equal sum. This time, go back up, and we're still in the same column, but we are lower numbers down. So we're going to input C13 is the beginning of the category to C17. Close it, and we're going to hit enter. That's going to give our estimated total. We're going to go over to this side, and we're going to do the exact same thing, but without C, it will be D again. So we get D13 through D17. And now we come over here and we look at our pie, and all of a sudden it has changed. We start to get colors to it, different shades of red apparently. Well, now we go back up here, we go to our design of our pie, and we go, well, oh, we're just going to get a bunch of shades of red. I don't like that. I like the shades of color. Let's get it very distinguished. There we go. We're going with colors. So we're starting to get our colors down. Now, as you can see, it switches all the categories. So we got site, decorations, publicity, miscellaneous, program, refreshments, and prizes. Those are all the colors that are going to pop on the pie graph. They are not going to be the same colors over here because they are simply over here. So let us keep that in mind. We go back down here. As I said, we're speeding things up a bit. We're just going to grab these two. We're just going to copy them down. And then the same thing as before. We go back into our sums, open them up, and we go C21 through 23. So we get C21 through C23. We hit our enter button, then we get our 1500, and as you can see now, our columns has added another column. Now we go into our actuals, go back, we go to sum again, but this time it is D21 through D23. We hit enter, and now we have a green section added to our pie graph, and we have another column added to our column graph. We go over here, and it's going to be the exact same thing. We're going to carry down. We're going to continue to look at these different details. We will continue to input the data. It is still going to be C, but this time it is even lower, so it's 27, C27 through C30. D27 through D40. And we come back up. Our pie graph has shifted again. The numbers are shifting even bigger. Our column graph over here has shifted. And we get down here, and well, estimated numbers for those. Again, maybe not so big of numbers. Take a few shots of the dark, maybe. Maybe these numbers are a little bit smaller. do our estimated sums again. We're almost completed this part. So we are in C34 through C37. So we'll continue to trudge on in a sense, continue to get our numbers, we'll continue to get our graphs filled, continue to get our columns filled out. We can keep going all the way down. We would continue to input sum C41 through C45. Enter, it's added another column for us, and then we can come over here. We did the exact same thing, except it's D41 through D45. Then we come down, we get down to our last column, and we input the last of it. We get our last totals. It's C49 through C50. And then D49 through D50. And then down here, as we can see, the estimated totaled up for us, but our actual did not. So our actual column has given us a bunch of numbers, and for some odd reason, it went a little loopy on me. So we'll come in here and we will check our formula. And our formula is saying we are doing the sum of D10, D18, D24, D31, D38, D46, D51. So, looks good. Well, apparently it's saying the number is larger than the column we're using. So, now what we can try doing is we can try extending it, which undoubtedly that did not work. So, we just undo the damage we did there. The normal method that people usually use is they try to use the right click or drag or whatever, but since we have been using our stuff here, we also have our different tools that we can go into here and we can change our column width. And right now we're 14.14. We want this column to be a little wider, so we will try 18.18. Hit OK, and our column has widened out, and we can now see the number that was in it. When we go back over here, we get a look at our columns. We get to see this, our nice graph here, which is green, which is blue and red. I don't like that. Let's change the layout a little bit. So I try some different layouts. Ooh, that's a little hectic. Some crazy numbers. Try that one. Let's try this one. Crazy numbers again. So you can just move around, mess around, take a few looks at different styles you like, different things you don't like. Let's go back to the chart we had. Go up here. As we did before, you can change the different colors. You can change the layout. You can go up here. You can change your format. As you can see here, you would start doing a format, and it's showing you down here the changes that were made. So you can pick them before you make them. Now, there's a lot of things you could do with these graphs. These are just some of the basics, and I encourage you to test on your own and try them out. Thank you.